marcustarzian.com.
Well, we are certainly happy this morning. We are at Warrior Freedom Service Dogs in the East Chattanooga area. Monica Piper invited us over here to see the magic that happens in this building. This is Julie Jones Thornton, and she has her hands full this morning because she's one of the trainers here, and Scooch is ready for a treat. Is that right, Julie?
That is correct. He's ready to work.
So, Monica, you were in the studio with us not too long ago telling us that this is your 10th year of helping veterans in our area get paired with service dogs. Most of them have gone through either traumatic brain injury or they're struggling with PTSD after service. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. So actually our first class started last Saturday, or first class of this year. And we have 5 students right now going through the program who've been paired with service dogs. So they're just getting started, but they'll be working through the next 8 weeks for training. And and right now we're at 33 graduated. So once they graduate, we'll have another 5 to add to that.
So you can see as Monica and I talk that Julie is listening. I know she is, but her eyes are totally on Scooch here.
It is right now.
And his needs, because the importance of training these dogs in the right way is critical. These are going to become the best friends.
They are.
Of the servicemen and women who go home with them, right?
They're teammates. They're actually going to be teammates.
So you don't know this, but when Monica was in the studio with us recently, she had somebody who's gone through the class, and I don't recall his name, but he's a current class member with you now. And he was almost brought to tears, I think, because he was so excited at finding out who his dog was going to be. They know how this is going to help their lives, but it doesn't start with the day of class, Monica. It starts really with fostering these dogs to bring them to this point, and that's where you need people's help, right?
Yeah, so right now we're in desperate need of fosters. This fall class that's coming up, they're going to start taking their dogs home within the next couple weeks. And so once we have some dogs leave our program, we're going to need more dogs coming in, and we're going to need full-time fosters, which is 6 to 12 months commitment. We pay for everything, and that includes veterinary care, food, supplies. We give you a puppy training manual that is yours to take home. And then Julie here will work with you. And I'll let Julie explain a little bit better on that.
Yeah, let's welcome you in. So Scooch here is a great example because y'all recognize that some people are working by day. They're not really able to give the time. He's a weekend foster.
He's a weekend foster. He goes home with his foster on Friday evenings, and he comes back to us on Sunday evenings. And he gets to go actually enjoy life and be a dog and do outings and have fun.
I talk all the time on 3+U about, I call it the grassroots nature of Chattanooga. None of us is a local here. We weren't born and raised here, rather. But we all have grown to love the fact that in Chattanooga, you have an idea, the community comes together to make it happen. That's the case with y'all. In the beginning, Julie, you were just a volunteer.
I was a volunteer for 2 years. And then we actually got funding for me to come on full time. And slowly we've added staff. So it's been over the last 5 years.
So you think about these servicemen and women who've dedicated time to our country, then they need our help. Upon return, y'all see on average a dozen or more dogs in the course of a year, right?
Easily. Yeah, we do anywhere from about, we always have 6 to 8 here in training and advanced training. We usually have 4 or 5 in foster. And then I usually have 4 or 5 actually with veterans working.
So talk to me then about what it looks like if people are watching and thinking, that's what I want to do. I want to sign up to be a foster. Do they always go home with a puppy?
No, not always. Sometimes it's an adolescent like Scooter. We got when he was 9 months old.
Okay.
He came out of rescue out of Marion County, out of Mark. And he was a dog that the owners could not care for. So he's been with us for a few months. And he's still growing and still very puppyish.
Yeah.
But he's been a beautiful addition to the program. And he gets to work and train and play here during the week and then goes home and enjoys his foster.
You want people, you were telling me what you really want in a foster situation is obviously love and routine and the ability to follow the instructions that you lay out, but you want these dogs to get out and live life.
And they do. He goes to church. He goes and eats on restaurant patios, and he's been to a lot of outings, several concerts outside. So he's had a good time.
You also schedule like puppy play dates every week.
For our young puppies, we want socialization and we want nice, positive exposure to the world. So we do puppy play classes here. Sometimes we'll meet out. Sometimes we've done it at my house in my big backyard. We've met at Camp Jordan and other places.
Well, you mentioned the big backyard. I was asking you, Monica, before we got on air, what do you do if you don't have a big yard? You just come out and do a site visit to see if it's a way?
I do. Like the Scooters she lives in a townhome, so she doesn't have a big backyard, but she has a beautiful park and walking path.
Right.
Within walking distance of her townhome. So they walk and they go on leash everywhere. But so he gets lots of exercise while he's out, but it's just done on a leash.
When you are out in the public and you see these dogs, whether they're with their veteran or they're in training like this, because they're going to have the vest on to show, what's the right approach to take? Do you go up and pet the dog? Do you ask if you can pet the dog?
It's always asked.
It's always hi.
It's always asked.
It's always asked, yeah.
And with our puppies in training, we actually we want them to be able to greet, but we want them to do it politely with manners. So, to ask and say, that way the handler can say, okay, if you sit politely, and then they can come up and pet.
And that gives them time to reinforce.
Kind of set for the activity. With our veterans, one of the things I always want to tell people is talk to the veteran and not the dog. Engage with the veteran. Say, hey, that's a beautiful dog. Can you tell me about it? Or is he allowed to greet people?
Right.
And some of ours do. Some of ours are allowed to greet. The veteran's very comfortable with that. Some are not.
It's amazing when they were in the studio, the veteran who had the golden retriever, before we got on the air, the golden was kind of sitting up and he had his paws on the veteran's legs. And it was calming this man down, but he had not been taught to do that. The dog did that on his or her own. Remember that story?
Yeah.
It's amazing the intuition these dogs just have to know how to help.
Yeah, Tegan was a little bit different in that they actually raised Tegan. She wasn't raised through us. She was raised by them. And she really bonded with Joseph.
Yeah.
And started indicating some issues for him right off the bat. That's when we knew that she was going to work for us.
So is there a limit of how many people can sign up to be a foster? How many are you looking for right now?
Sometimes it's just you're a foster and then you're just waiting for a puppy.
Okay.
Because our puppies come sporadically. Sometimes they come through rescue groups. Sometimes they're rehomes. Sometimes they come through breeders. So we're not always real sure when we'll get them, but we're always looking for puppies. So if I get a puppy in and I've got a foster ready, then that just puts us ahead.
And I think you told me, Monica, that if you don't get enough fosters to sign up, that then impacts your ability to have this school again next fall, which hurts the local servicemen and women you're serving.
Yes, that's correct. So right now we are struggling to find fosters in our program. To be 100% honest with you, we only have a few signed up right now that are going to take home puppies this fall. I think 1 or 2 really that are ready. So that is one of our biggest needs, besides of course donations. But
so can I share with people then how they can reach out to you? Because really, I guess the operative word is don't say you can't, because Julie here will come out and say, oh yes, you can. Here's how we can make it happen. And if you're not in a position to foster, but you would like to support their efforts, they will always happily talk to you about that as well. So there's their website information on the screen. Best of luck to you with this season's class. I know that you've got some great life partners ahead for these guys. Thank you so much.
thank you.
Getting your home holiday ready for family and guests? Ashley has